the strings louder.
Alright guys, so today on MotionAutoTv I'm going to show you how to add over $1,000 in value to your used car before you sell it in under an hour. So, stay tuned. Uh-oh guys. What are we doing? Dave, what's on the freaking agenda today?
We're just about to pull this BMW out and that truck. And I think there's a 17 that needs to come in here. I got a frame coming tomorrow.
Dave's got a 2017 F350 that we got to do a frame thing on it. But all right, so all joking aside, because we ain't pulling that thing. I told you after the giveaway.
Yeah, after the giveaway.
Maybe, I don't know. We might be able to sneak it in, depending on what happens. But anyhow, so take a look at this freaking BMW. It is full of rock chips, all up here on the front. This is a highway mile car, and you could just see all the stuff. The interior of this thing it's honestly pretty crazy. The hood's probably been repainted because you can see the clear coat fading like that, and typically I don't think they do that. I mean, look at the freaking inside of this thing. It's so clean. Ty's driven it out of the shop. He freaks out. Dave's driven it. I don't know if he's driven it.
I like the seats.
It feels so nice. Like it feels like such a good car. But take a look at these freaking windows. Look how clean them damn windows are. Thanks to that Motion Auto Invisiglass. MotionAutoTv.com. Remember about that. So, the plan for today's video is we're going to delete the rock chips on this thing. So we have a rock chip delete kit that we're going to install in this BMW. I hope you guys are stoked. Yeah, overall the hood's in great shape. Just has these rock chips, and you can see it kind of goes down to the bottom. So what we're going to do is show you guys a couple different techniques on how to actually delete those things, like temporarily, you know, with low effort versus like high effort, and get like a perfect job out of it. So I guess here we go. So first thing you need is we're going to clean the surface of this a little bit. I'm just going to hit it with some of this. Because that's good stuff. And you don't want to, if you're ever getting ready to paint something, don't use like a wax or like a spray detail or anything like that has freaking wax in it.
Or silica. Yeah,
because it has like the silicone and the wax and the carnubas and all the stuff. And basically just paint won't freaking stick to that, like at all. So, I guess first step is, there's a little bit of rust in these holes. But I guess, where should we start? Should we just do some of these on top? Because I feel like those would be easy.
Yeah.
So I guess the options is we went to Walmart and we got these freaking little, like, not rust pin, like these scratch repair kit. It's just a regular white. You can get these, like, actually paint match to your car from, like, the dealer, the internet, O'Reilly's, all that type of stuff. So, look who am I? I'm Dave.
I don't throw stuff on the ground, man.
There's not a freaking trash can around here, dude.
There's like one. I don't know where the other two went.
Here, Dave. No, you do that. It's
this
November. I can't be doing that.
Just this little guy or what? Is this like that meme Ty showed us yesterday?
I don't know. We almost made a meme with the paint shaker yesterday too, but we.
Oh, I wasn't around for that one.
We freaking. Well, yeah, you was busy in the booth.
Was I? What was I doing?
He was doing something. Alright, so you have the option of this, and this is the simplest thing you could do. You could just come right here and take this little paint dauber guy, and you could use the big brush side of it, or you could use like the little guy. So you want to get down close over here, Dave?
I'm not zoomed in. There we go.
Okay. Is that good? Get closer. Get freaking closer.
That's as close as I'll go.
All right, so this little pin, you got to shake it up. You got to, and then basically squeeze it to kind of get it to shoot out of the end. So we'll go ahead and we'll just do that little guy right there. That little guy right there. And we'll just freaking rock chip delete kit this dang BMW. And like literally, you could just go over this whole area. These little guys. Alright, so you can see when we get down, yeah, this one doesn't really like
the focus.
There we go. So you can see when you get down real close, you can see there's a little like it's the wrong color. Obviously we didn't get the exact paint match to this car. We just got some random Walmart white. You can see all these other paint little things, but you can see it kind of sticks up, or it's a little bit low, or whatever you want to call it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one step further. Obviously, this is just some, you know, universal whatever, and it does not have any hardener in it. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of hardener, so that's why I got these little like paint detailing brushes. Just picked these up at Walmart as well, and I'm gonna show you something else. All right, so what this is a custom mixed rattle can with some Oxford White, which is a Ford paint with some Omni MAE single stage in it. And so what I'm gonna do is take that, spray it into this cup, and then add just like a drop of hardener to it, and then mix it up with a little brush, so that way I have hardened single stage. The single stage will have like a shiny coat that kind of floats to the top after it's all said and done, or kind of it is shiny. So what will happen with that is we'll be able to build it up over the top of the rock chip, and then sand it back down and then polish it. So that's the whole idea. So I'm gonna blast this in there. You ready? Oh. All right.
Well, it's already hard.
Okay. Cool. So now we have some nice hardened paint. Give it a little mix with our paintbrush. Yeah, we should be good for some little dabs. So the other thing I'm going to do, since these rock chips do have a little bit of like rust in the bottom of them, I'm just going to take this Scotchbrite right here and just kind of give them a little twist in there. When we do polish this thing or do little like cut and buff like at the end of it, we will that will take out like the scuff marks and scratch marks from this. Then basically just hit it with a little like wax and grease, or you know, some sort of a that won't let any like contaminants be in there. And we're gonna go ahead and do this whole little section right there, and I guess see how it freaking turns out. It almost works better if you let the paint dry a little bit. Oh yeah, it's like freaking brand new. These little brushes are like perfect. And this could also like help if like somebody keys your freaking car or something like that.
If you make your ex-girlfriend mad.
Yeah, exactly.
Put some more in that big one.
Yeah, I was gonna let it kind of tack up a little bit and then do like another coat. Yeah, these big ones are gonna take a little bit. Kind of get up the film build to where we'll actually be able to like sand off the top of them. It didn't help that I like added a lot of that reducer, because it like actually like almost reduced it. It's good if you could like get a drop in there. Kind of let the drop like kind of sit above, and then basically you'll be able to sand that off. But these big ones are just too big and it'll just run. But I filled that one up nice. I mean, that's already looking so much better. For just a little amount of effort. Especially if it's not like a insane car, like if this was just like literally like your mom's daily driver and you wanted to like surprise her for like Mother's Day, and you're like, oh, here you go, Mom, I'm gonna touch your freaking rock chips. Versus doing like a full paint. I mean, if this was like the freaking front of the Supra, I probably wouldn't be doing this. But like the front of the drift car, I'd freaking do this all day. So you can see on the front of this freaking, look at this side of the hood. Look at that freaking side of the hood, and then you come up, you look at that side, and you're like, oh my goodness, and you come to this side, and you're like, oh my goodness. Look at that. So that's just dabbling around, and this isn't even the right white. So you can see right here, if it'll freaking focus, the white isn't perfect. You can see I kind of overfilled them in spots, and that's so that I could sand them down tomorrow. Alright, so that is where we are leaving it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let this stuff dry overnight. Since it does have the hardener, we should be good to sand it tomorrow. And we'll test it out, polish the headlights, do some other stuff, price strip it, and get it ready to paint tomorrow night. But yeah, stay tuned. Alright guys, we are back at the shop. It is the next day. Basically let all this stuff get hard, and so you can see if we get like really freaking close down here. Obviously these things aren't perfect, but I went ahead and I did a little test spot right here. That little thing. That guy right there is the freaking rock chip that I filled. Basically sanded down. It's a little bit low. I didn't completely fill it all the way up, but you could see basically just sanded it with 1000 grit and buzzed it down real quick with the polisher with some compound. So we're gonna actually do a full test for you guys right here. All right, so this is where the chip started out. That was a good call. All right, so now this guy is nice and level. You can see it brought a little bit, since it did crack, it kind of bubbled the paint underneath it. So you can see the outside of it, but we'll go ahead, give it a quick little polish and see what she looks like. Is that it? Yeah.
You're using 1000?
Yeah.
Only 580 days?
Alright, so the point of doing this quick stuff was just to like add some quick value to your car. The other secondary thing would be polishing the headlights. So what I did is just 1000 grit and 2000 grit, just real quick. Throw a little bit of polish on them, compound. It helps if you use something a little bit smaller actually than this buffer, but we're probably gonna just re-clear coat these guys. I don't know, I guess it depends on how this turns out, but just for quick value's sake, I did a whole video on how to polish headlights. If you guys want to check that out, with like the little 3M kit that you get at like O'Reilly's or Walmart. And that kit honestly works really good, but this way works really good too.
Yeah, it's not like bad shit.
So you tie, and then you whip out that Invisiglass. Give him a little. There it is. So literally, accumulation of all this stuff. You know, just dabbing a little bit of paint in there with the hardener, the single stage with the hardener. Like wet sanding that and then polishing it away with the rock chips. If we would have actually had the correct color of paint, other than just like some random white, the whole front of this BMW just looked like, I mean, it does. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that from here. I mean, it only took me like 2 minutes to polish that headlight. You know, maybe 20 minutes of dabbing in the stuff there. And then if I would have actually like went through and wet sanded this whole, all of the little rock chips in there, I would have probably maybe had like a, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours in the whole front end of this car. And literally that would increase like a Craigslist car. Like you could, like if you walked up to a car in Craigslist and you seen there's a little bit of rust, faded headlights, all that type of stuff, you're gonna lowball them, you know? If you walk up to a car in Craigslist and you see these nice brand new looking headlights, freaking all these like rock chips and stuff aren't like noticeable, I mean, you're gonna be like, damn, this is a clean car. So yeah, that's the point of like this quick segment in this video, or not quick segment. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this a step further, since this is the giveaway car that we're giving away in the Take It to the Track pack. We have the M3 style front bumper. We're gonna go ahead and paint that white anyhow. We got white paint matching the car today. And we're just gonna go ahead and sand this whole hood down and completely respray the whole front end of this thing, so it's gonna look like brand new. And honestly, I thought we were just gonna sand these and clear them, but we'll probably just sand them and polish them. I think they look so damn clean anyhow. So yeah, I guess we're gonna throw some like 220 grit on here. We're gonna feather out all the edges for these rock chips on here, so you can't see them. Hit it with like a 2K sealer primer, which will kind of fill in a little bit of the sand scratches and stuff. And then we should be able to just blast some base coat, clear coat white on it before the end of the night. That's the plan. It already is kind of getting a little bit late, but yeah, stay tuned. You guys have seen us mix this paint. I don't even know how many times over in this little at least they're pretty cabinets. But this is a 2K sealer primer basically that we're gonna lay down, let it flash off for like 20 minutes, and then hit it with the white that we got mixed up today. And after that, we're gonna be. I've never tried this out before. I'm gonna give this a try, see how this rapid clear is. A lot of people don't like it just because I don't know, you spray it weird. You gotta put like a dry coat down and then a wet one. Supposedly it comes out to where you don't have to buff it. So we're gonna see how that works. But I'm gonna mix something. Alright guys, here we are. And this clear actually laid out really nice. I mean, it's not like glass, but I mean that's like freaking OEM peel, like pretty much exactly what you want, because you don't want it like too flat to where the rest of the car looks weird. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it looks about the right amount of, like, especially OEM BMW peel. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, let's get some light on that. That's not too bad. And then it's white too. So I mean, there's a couple little, imperfections in the hood. Obviously, it's not perfect. If we wanted to go like super crazy, we could have like skimmed the whole freaking thing and blocked it. High build primed it, let it sit for like a day or so, and then blocked it. But since we did a 220 grit, we shouldn't have any sand scratches or anything come back up on it. And we did that 2K sealer, so it sealed in the metal and all that type of stuff. But yeah, pretty stoked on how it turned out. Went ahead and did this door handle right here too. And that's basically just because the one on the car is kind of, this whole back little piece right here just came off it, so, and I couldn't get that piece off the other door handle to put on there, so just went ahead and painted the whole thing. But freaking Big Dirty's that's just water out of the booth. But Big Dirty just got that cryotherapy. It was like 30-some degrees outside, but always fires right up. No issues ever with the glow plugs. Literally, this thing, I've started it when it's like -5 without it being plugged in, and it like fired up. I have a cold start video on my other channel, but that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys would like to see this BMW completed tomorrow, as far as the front end, the M-style bumper, the hood, the grills, all that stuff, and basically completing the front end, and we'll polish the headlights, be sure to check out tomorrow's or the day after video, so make sure that you have your post notifications turned on, that little bell. If you do have that bell on and you haven't been receiving the videos, be sure to click it, like unsubscribe, subscribe again, and then re-hit the bell, and then your stuff should turn on. If this is your first time to the channel, there's like 590 other videos, but appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in like a day or so, and got a lot of stuff to do. Right, Dave? Yeah. You're tired. Yeah. I'm freaking tired too. Hopefully the Supra starts. It's been cold starting pretty good. It's like I said, it's like 35 degrees. Yeah, it should fire up, but see you guys later.